Buzz is currently being brought to you by Zetagrid, Australia's award-winning provider of on-demand IT infrastructure for businesses that want reliability, speed and flexibility.
Welcome back to The Buzz. Thank you for your company this evening. You can join us by using the hashtag...
Yeah, you can. Use the The Buzz.
That's
Sorry,
it. That's the one I was looking for. Hashtag The Buzz. And you know what? I did want to say a big thank you to Zetagrid for looking after us as well. They're one of our show's sponsors, and it's really very much appreciated. Thanks, guys, for that.
If Zetagrid were here right now, we'd put you in a smoking jacket and make you a pina colada.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I like the way you did that as well. Have we got any tweets?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Look, one of my favourite ones comes from Ice Cream Guy, who gives us our fabulous ice cream. He says, "Is my ass too big for this runway?" Which I found amusing. I mean, tragic, but amusing. Richard Bard says he won't find me at a Pink concert. However, he would be at a Bucks Fizz concert. I suggest standing next to you.
My camera never lies.
Michael Gosney is watching The Buzz on his iPad whilst cooking a delicious stir fry in his Thermomix. The future is now.
Do you know how much those things cost? They're like $2,000. It's a heated blender that makes baby food.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Face watch, innocent until proven guilty, says Carmel Levine. And that's pretty much it. Ice Cream Guy says those shopkeepers can't serve properly, let alone judge a criminal.
Oh, big call, big call.
Well, you know.
Now, Candice, back to you. You've got an application here that maybe the ATO has finally done something right.
Well, it certainly seems that way. Now, when we think the Australian Tax Office, we kind of don't think thrilling technological advances, but I'm taking a look at their app, ATO Tax 2013, and I'm not that bored, to be perfectly honest. I mean, tax is one of the inevitable things that we all have to deal with in life, and as unpleasant as it kind of is, this app does make it a tad easier, and not just limited to tax time either, which is great. You can also see the progress of your return once you've actually filed it, so that's on my to-do list. One of the really useful features is that you can find out how much tax you can expect to pay, so what the tax rates are for your particular tax bracket, so that you can judge what you've been paying against what you should be paying. So, and therefore kind of roughly make an estimate for yourself as to whether you'll be billed or whether you'll get something back. For some reason, they have a YouTube channel, not that I've checked it out, but there is a link to that there, and some of their mission statements and things like that. So not a terribly bad app, very functional, very simple, very clean, very efficient, as you would expect from the tax office. I'm going to give this one a buzz factor of 5 out of 10 because it's not particularly fun to use, but it is very functional indeed.
Candice, I normally love your reviews, but really, just as soon as you mention tax office, and it's like, oh, really?
That said, though, apparently they've done a version for the Mac as well, and apparently it's a really, really, really bad application, and they've spent millions of dollars on it.
Well, maybe that's one for next week, but certainly the iPhone version that we've got here, which is absolutely free, thank goodness, who would pay for it? But it does work well. I haven't encountered any bugs or anything like that, so not too bad.
Well, they need to have like his ATO babe of the day or something. So when you check in, there's a babe in a bikini.
There's a reason to go there, like page 3 girl sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you go there for information. You don't go there for babes.
Well, imagine having both. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. You're turning off half the females in the country.
Well, they could have like a fireman or something.
Yeah, you actually designate what gender you are and and what gender you prefer.
Get that one, absolutely. Amputees in Jason's case.
Yeah, like a taxman calendar or something like that.
I love the idea.
Anyway, while you're here watching The Buzz, and thank you for doing so, what are your kids doing?
Those little shits.
Oh, I think good on him. I'd be impressed if my kids were doing that kind of stuff at such a tender age.
Did you see the way he got out of the crib, went to the other one and put the side down? So that
high five.
That was unbelievable. Well done. Well, it is well done, isn't it? Now, kids correcting celebrity tweets. So have you ever had anybody correct any of your tweets?
Yeah, usually you.
Yeah, mainly.
Look, one of the things I tend to do when I tweet is I'm one-handed and I'm doing it quickly.
One-handed?
Yeah,
absolutely. Why would that be, Paul?
I'm doing something else with the other hand. These Brazilian school kids are learning English. Apparently, they've been set up to correct celebrities' grammar on Twitter, such as this one says, "Hi Justin Bieber, my name is Maria, I'm 9 and I'm a fan from Brazil. Watch out, it's we're here, not we here." Which I think is fabulous, and I can see that should really catch on. It's a great way for kids to study the fine art of the English language.
You don't find it just a little bit snarky? You know, are the celebrities going to take it the wrong way and go, you know, hey, I've got millions of dollars and you're a nothing, so shut up?
I only find it snarky when it's to me. To somebody else, it's hilarious. So, yeah, no, I think it's all good fun.
All right.
Nice.
Now, if you happen to live in Iran and you didn't already have an email address, yay, the government's going to give you one.
I think this is fabulous. Good on the Iranian government. What they've done is given every citizen a government email inbox.
That is quite amazing.
So they can have some mutual interaction. This is the claim. Mutual interaction and communication between the government and their people via email.
Why?
Well,
is it purely so it can all be monitored?
I wouldn't think so, not Iran. I would say it's more about sharing stuff, you know, government initiatives, programs coming up, that sort of thing, you know.
So it's Iran's equivalent to the National Broadband Network.
Basically.
Well, absolutely. And here's the thing. We'll complain about it here, but our government is quite happy to, spy on our stuff and let other countries spy on our stuff. At least the Iranian government's gone, look, here's a government email account. You can bet your ass it's being monitored, but we're not hiding that.
So now we can get rid of our Hotmail accounts and our Gmail accounts, and we can all now have your tax file number at australia.gov.au.
Yeah, why not?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, it's magic. Oh, good on you, Iran. Well done. Now, Candice, you've got a very attractive application for us to look at.
Oh, it's an attractive app and it could well make you more attractive as well. Depending on how you use it. This is Argus by Azumio, and it is another free one, though there are, like many of the apps that we review here, in-app paid options. And in this case, some of them are actually rather worth it, rather than just, you know, boosts on Candy Crush or something like this. These are actual functional things that might make your life a little bit better. Now, the App Store is full of different little apps, ones that like pedometers and heart rate monitors and sleep monitors and food diaries and fitness tips, all that kind of thing. Well, this is it all in one. Basically, anything you could want for lifestyle tracking or lifestyle diarising is here. So you can track your activity, you can to keep track of your body weight if you fancy, how many cups of coffee, how many glasses of water you're having a day.
Does it cover things like, you know, adult exercise?
Well, you can kind of just put it in as activity, though there's not a specific, you know, sex measure kind of thing.
Do you know that my other half actually marks down when we do it in a phone? So when I can say, hey, we haven't had any for a while, she goes, well, we had some on Tuesday, look.
They're all like that, aren't they?
Why?
What is that? Candice, would you do that?
No way.
And then complains to me about not being, you know, spontaneous.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, sorry, Candice.
That's okay. Well, what I really liked about this is that there's quite a decent sleep analysis app within it that you can purchase for about 99 cents. And it sits on the pillow next to you and it tracks, you know, your movements during the night and assesses, obviously not hugely accurately, what kind of phase of sleep you're in. So whether you're in the REM sleep or the almost awake, and you can set an alarm to go with that. So it is I used it this morning to wake quite refreshed, but it told me that my sleep was pretty inefficient. So thanks, Cal. Probably a little bit of snoring action last night.
They texted the results to the government who are then keeping a big dossier on, you know, how well their population is sleeping.
Well, quite possibly, but it is very functional. It's very beautiful looking, very simple to use, very intuitive. I'm going to give this one a buzz factor of 8 out of 10. Now, a lot of us wish we were more informed about politics. Well, this kid really has it going on.
احنا ما خرجناش من دولة عسكرية عشان نخرج لفاشية دينية. يعني فاشية دينية ده أنا ما أعرفش يعني إيه فاشية أصلاً. يعني إن فاشية دينية هي إن أنت تستخدم الدين اللي أنت عايزه وتتشدد في الدين وتعمل حاجات باسم الدين والدين ما بيتقش كل دوت. مين علمك الكلام ده في الأزهر ولا أنت؟ لا أنا عارفه منين؟ بسمع كلام من ناس كتير وأنا عن نفسي لي عقل ووعي يعني. بقرا الجرايد بخش على
That little kid knows more about Egyptian politics than Rick Arden and Susanna Carr put together.
Are you sure?
Positive, absolutely positive.
Have you asked Rick and Suze about it?
No, I haven't. But that was a very smart little kid who was using lots of big words that I barely understand myself.
No, it's terrific, and I'm glad to see that he knows what's going on. I can't help but think, though, part of the problem with politics in these Middle Eastern countries is they give too much of a shit about it. At least here in Australia, we don't care. No. Everybody hates the government. We just go, really, we can't wait.
Got rid of Julia. We didn't even call it a coup. It was just politics.
Yeah, come on, But we
whereas, so what we've got happening in Egypt at the moment, just a Reader's Digest version of it, is we had a democratically elected government that's now basically been booted out by the army because the president there implemented some changes to the constitution, turning Egypt from a secular state into an Islamic state.
Well, and the majority of the population didn't like some of those changes and couldn't be bothered.
83 million people.
Couldn't be bothered waiting until the election and decided they wanted to have a protest, and the military's gone, well, let's go and take them over. So you can't help but think, is the next government going to do the same thing? Are we, have we seen the end of this?
It's touchy because I've got to, you're right, it's democratically elected, so we like that. But if they have unilaterally changed the constitution to make it an Islamic state, then I can kind of understand why the majority of the population would be upset about that.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, when the military steps in to force a regime or a government change, you really are opening
a
Pandora's
box, so to speak. Now, Mariam Bartoli, does this name mean anything to you?
Well, it didn't until we started talking about it before the program tonight. Now it means a lot to me.
Yeah, so this is the girl who's recently won at Wimbledon.
Yes.
Fantastic. Job well done.
Lovely girl.
But apparently, according to a lot of men on the internet, particularly on Twitter, you're not supposed to win if you're not beautiful.
Well, this started by a guy called John Inverdale, and he said before Wimbledon, basically, that the woman was never going to be a looker. He said this on Radio 5 live ahead of the game.
That is disgraceful.
She's never going to be a looker, apparently. And so, quite naturally, there's been two camps. Men, or some men, I guess, and some women going, yes, well, blah, blah, blah. And some people going, really? Do we have to do this?
But some of these tweets that I've seen, and I'm not going to show any of them because they're just ridiculous, but they are venomous. They are poisonous tweets that are having a go at this girl purely because of her looks. And I don't want to get embroiled in that whole conversation, but she's not a particularly bad-looking girl anyway. She's just a normal, everyday woman.
Are we giving too much weight, though, to tweets? Tweets are pretty much somebody's stupid comment on a public notice board. It's a very big public notice board, but it's still a stupid comment. I think we're giving too much weight. There's lots of bad tweets. So what? There's lots of dumb people.
That said, though, and I don't think we actually do have the photos here, but she sort of... Oh, no, we do. We've got some of them. So she's actually decided to get some photos taken of her, looking a little bit better than what she did when she was on the court. But why should she have to do that in the first place? She's won it through her skill.
That's right.
What on earth do her looks or her physical size have to do with her ability?
Therefore, the argument
is not a job requirement of winning Wimbledon. You don't have to be a good-looking person. No, athletes, by definition, tend to be fit, trim-looking people, and if they happen to have a nice-looking face with it, then you watch the sponsors flock to them. It's completely unfair. Absolutely.
Is this an issue that wasn't an issue and has just been made into an issue by people who are...
I think the bigger issue was the fact that the initial criticism was actually made by a BBC Sports announcer.
Well, that's right. That's where it started. And he lost his job. He got sacked.
And so he should.
So I'm just wondering whether once again what we're seeing is hype built up around tweets and things to print more outrageous headlines as a follow-up.
It certainly seems that way.
Because how many of the population really care how great she looks? And how many of the population, if you were to put this to a test, okay, boys, who do you want? This lady or Serena Williams? Which one's going to win?
Does it matter?
Well, that's it. A, does it matter? And anyway.
Anyway, there's fireworks on Twitter. Check out these fireworks. Do you reckon you know how they actually filmed that?
My understanding is that it was a slow-mo ceiling fan.
Oh, damn it, she knows.
A slow-mo ceiling fan.
Yeah, it's...
So instead of, like in the Matrix where they used multiple cameras to do it, well, here, in fact, what he's done is put a camera on a ceiling fan and it's rotating and filming as he's, firing off these fireworks.
Fans go round?
Well, not if you mount them sideways. Yeah, no, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Okay.
Keep thinking it through eventually. Now, do we have any other tweets?
Karma Levine loves your hair tonight, Candice.
Oh, thanks, Karma.
Joe Kennedy said, I might ever go once I'm in my new house, perhaps a way of countering the buzz of living where Blake saw the Angels. Hey, that's not even for us. Nice tax, Candice Barnes says. These are all about Candice tonight.
Candice, what's going on?
Don't know, the peeps are out there looking out for the Barnsies.
Have you got any tattoos?
No.
Oh.
Do you have a belly button piercing?
Do you really not have any tattoos, or
No
are you just saying
tattoos.
no so we don't ask you to show us?
Honestly, swear on I don't know what, but I don't have any tattoos. My
Do you have any
sister
tattoos,
does.
Joe?
I don't have any tattoos, but you know what? I'm sorry, we're going to have to wrap up.
All right.
We are out of time. Sorry, everyone. We will be back again next week. Thanks for your company. Hooroo!